Let me tell you something that might surprise you. The book that most transformed how I think about business success, it wasn't written by a CEO or a billionaire. It was a multi-generational family saga that became an Apple TV sensation. In case you're tuning in to my channel for the first time, hi, I'm Marisa Murgatroyd, and I've coached and supported tens of thousands of impact-driven coaches, experts, and service providers in growing their online business, and I'm here to help you succeed too. That's why in this video, I'm sharing 9 non-business books that taught me game-changing business lessons. So if you hate the same old stiff, boring business books but are ready to grow and scale, then this video is for you. Before we get started, go ahead and smash that subscribe button because I release business building videos like this one every week that you don't want to miss. All right, first up on my list. Now, before you think I've lost my mind, Twilight taught me something incredible about building a loyal following. Say what you want about sparkly vampires, but author Stephenie Meyer created something every business owner dreams of. A community so passionate they literally camp out overnight for your product. The lesson? When you tap into deep emotional needs like belonging, love, and transformation, people don't just buy your product, they become advocates for life. And isn't that what we all want in our businesses? Customers who love us so much they tell everyone they know. Now here's the thing about building a passionate following though. You have to put yourself out there and face your fears, like posting that post that just isn't good enough or delivering that live webinar. All right, next up is Min Jin Lee's Pachinko. Pachinko is an epic historical fiction novel about a Korean family who immigrates to Japan. And when I started reading the book, I was like, wait, is this a Shakespearean tragedy? Because spoiler alert, 8 people die in the very first chapter. But I decided to keep up with it, and I'm so glad I did because Pachinko took me to a world completely unlike my own. And here's what it taught me about business. First, fear drives growth. Far too often, we avoid what scares us, but fear isn't your enemy, it's your compass. Whether it's public speaking, launching a product, or raising your prices, when you feel that fear, you're at your growth edge. I discovered this during my 7th live event. Instead of playing it safe, I chose vulnerability. I shared stories I'd never shared before. My palms were sweaty, but it became our best event ever. Next, you're ready now. Like a fine wine, your business idea has been aging, gathering experiences, connections, and wisdom. That dream you've had since childhood, that problem you've always wanted to solve, it's not too late. You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. And finally, get out of your head. The author of Pachinko couldn't write her masterpiece until she interviewed hundreds of people. Your $1 million business idea, it won't work in isolation. Talk to your audience, understand their struggles, let their stories shape your solution. All right, the third book on my fiction hit list is The Man Who Wanted to Be Happy by Laurent Gounelle. It follows a man who meets a wise teacher in Bali and through their conversations discovers how our beliefs shape everything, including our business success. Here's the $1 million takeaway. Most of us are running our businesses based on stories we tell ourselves, stories that might not even be true. Just like the main character, we often limit ourselves with thoughts like, I'm not good at sales, or I'm not tech savvy enough. But what if those stories are just stories? Here's what I learned to do and what I teach all my students. For every can't you have, I can't charge premium prices. I can't speak on stage. I can't compete with the big names. Ask yourself, what if I could? Better yet, ask, what's the smallest step I could take to prove this story wrong? I've had so many students who are convinced they couldn't create videos because they weren't tech savvy. The first step, just recording a 60-second video on their phones. No editing, no fancy equipment. Just that one video can make all the difference. The key is to challenge one limiting belief at a time with small, concrete actions. Now, number 4 on my list is one of the scariest yet most insightful books I've ever read. It's Stephen King's It. Spoiler alert, this book isn't really about Pennywise the clown. who, other spoiler alert, isn't actually a clown. It's about how our biggest fears shape us, and more importantly, how facing them transforms us. Just like the kids in the book, and later their adult versions had to confront their deepest fears to defeat Pennywise, every business owner, no matter where they're at, has to face their own it. That big, scary thing holding them back. Maybe your it is hosting your first live event, or raising your prices, or launching that big program you've been dreaming about. Here's what you need to do to overcome your it. First, name your it. What's that one thing that terrifies you but you know could transform your business? Write it down. Second, find a like-minded group. In the book, they called themselves the Losers Club. Now, I'm not necessarily recommending a negative name, but the point remains that we're stronger together. Join masterminds, find accountability partners, build your support system. And third, this one's a real game changer. Remember that fear gets smaller when you face it head on. When I first started my business, my it was speaking on stage. The thought of it paralyzed me. But just like the characters in the book, I realized that my fear was much bigger in my mind than in reality. So I started small, speaking to groups of 10, then 50, and flash forward to today, I've hosted a 3-day live business building event for 13 years running called Live Your Message Live that brings thousands of people together from all around the world. That old fear, it's not gone completely, but just like the Losers Club, I learned that I'm so much stronger than my fears. Now, book number 5 is a classic. It's The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. This book revolutionized how I think about business transformation. Just like Santiago had to leave his comfortable life as a shepherd to pursue his personal legend, you also must step out of your comfort zone to achieve your dream. The universe conspires to help you, but only after you take that first terrifying step. I see this with my students all the time. The moment they commit to their business vision, really commit, opportunities start appearing. Partnerships emerge, they connect with their perfect buyers, but only after they take action. Here's what most people miss about The Alchemist. Your personal legend, as Coelho calls it, isn't about the treasure at the end. It's about who you become on the journey. Santiago discovered his treasure was back where he started, but he needed the journey to be ready for it. And your business success often comes from unexpected places, but only after you start walking your unique path. Now, in our digital age of AI-generated content, our next book's message is more relevant than ever. I'm talking about George Orwell's 1984. For those of you who haven't read it, imagine a world where truth is manipulated, language is controlled, and authenticity is forbidden. Sound familiar? In our AI-driven world, where everyone's using the same ChatGPT prompts, copying viral marketing formulas, creating cookie-cutter content, following identical proven strategies, being real isn't just refreshing, it's revolutionary. When everyone has access to the same powerful tools, the true differentiator won't be how polished your marketing is, it will be the quality of your customer experience and the results you deliver. While AI can help you get people in the door, it's your authenticity and commitment to delivering real value that will keep them coming back. All right, book number 7 is a true literary classic. I'm talking about Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. Now, before you roll your eyes at a 200-year-old romance novel, let me show you why this is actually a masterclass in customer psychology. The story follows Elizabeth Bennet, who judges Mr. Darcy based on first impressions only to discover she completely misread him. This is exactly what can happen with our clients if we don't look deeper. Let's say you work with overwhelmed small online business owners, providing marketing services to help them grow. Your customers might tell you, I need better marketing. I need more leads. I need better systems. But you need to look deeper. Here's what they really want. Recognition for their expertise, freedom from the constant hustle, confidence in their business decisions. Just like Elizabeth Bennet, your business success depends on looking past surface-level requests to understand the deeper desires driving your customers' decisions. All right, number 8 on our list is probably one you had to read in high school. I know I had to. It's The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Now, you might think this is just a story about parties and excess, but it taught me something crucial about business success. All that glitters is not gold. When you scroll through social media or read carefully curated success stories, it's easy to get caught up in appearances. But real business success, it's not about looking successful. It's about helping your clients achieve the transformation they're after. And finally, number 9 on our list. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy might be the weirdest, quote-unquote, business book you'll ever read. But here's why it's genius. In a universe where Earth can be destroyed to make way for a hyperspace bypass, the most important skill is adaptability. And the secret weapon? Don't panic. In business, things will go wrong. Launch days will crash, ads will flop, videos will fail to upload. But if you can keep your cool, you can handle anything the universe throws at you. Back in early March 2020, the day before our 3-day business building event, Live Your Message Live, the governor of California declared a state of emergency. 50% of participants canceled overnight. I was devastated. My team and I had worked so hard to put on the best event, and we had sold the most tickets ever. But I couldn't let circumstances outside of my control break me. The people who did show up were depending on me. So when I stepped onto that stage that weekend, I gave the performance of a lifetime. All 350 attendees gave me a standing ovation for 3 whole minutes. It was life-changing and something I'll never forget. In order to survive and thrive in the long term, you need to be able to remain calm and pivot fast. But here's what most people miss. Those curveballs that seem to come from every direction when growing your business, they're not obstacles, they're opportunities to prove what you're made of. The secret is to stay focused on what you can control. Keep showing up for your people and remember why you started. Just like Arthur kept his towel in Hitchhiker's Guide, keep your mission close. It's your compass when things get crazy. There you have it. 9 non-business books that will help you grow your business fast. Let's do a quick recap. Twilight showed us how to create raving fans by connecting with deep emotional needs. From Pachinko, we learned that you're ready right now. The Man Who Wanted to Be Happy taught us to challenge those limiting stories we tell ourselves about what's possible. It reminded us that our biggest fears often point to our biggest opportunities. The Alchemist proved that when we take bold action, the universe conspires to help us succeed. 1984 taught us that in today's AI-driven world, authentic human connection is your superpower. Pride and Prejudice revealed the art of understanding what customers really want, not just what they say. The Great Gatsby reminded us that true success comes from delivering transformations, not just appearing successful. And finally, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy showed us the most important business skill of all: staying calm when everything goes wrong. Now, I'd love to know, which non-business book would you recommend? Drop me a comment below. And if you love these business insights, hit that subscribe button because I'm releasing videos like this every week. I also deliver even more value-packed goodness in my email newsletter. So check out the link below to subscribe. I promise I'll deliver zero fluff and only real strategies to grow your dream business. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel and my email newsletter. I promise it'll be well worth it. And I'll see you very soon in the next video. Now go out there and live your message.